Good day to you and welcome to our interview room. This day I'm here with Mr. Sheldon. Good day, Mr. Sheldon. How are you?
Good day, Pastor. I'm great.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
He's here to share with us his story. It begins with problems, but it doesn't end with problems, but with victory. Mr. Sheldon, how was life before growing up as a teenager? What did you come across in life? Challenges, difficulties? How was life before?
Well, my life growing up as a teenager got introduced to parties with the friends, the groups that I used to associate myself with, schoolboys. So that's how we ended up into parties, and for like 20 years of my life or more, that was my life. Partying, work, party. So during that time, I would have encountered some financial difficulties as well, because, going out, partying, you always had to get money to buy drinks, to put gas in the vehicle, you had to buy clothes to go to the party, and all these other things. And, during those years, I would have had dreams that are things that I wanted to own as well. So because of the partying and liming, that money that I would have generated and put towards the partying and liming, that would have cut the dreams that I have of owning a car and a house. That would have severed those dreams. So that was one of my major issues while growing up, while going through those years.
It seems like you were kind of somehow responsible. You had that sense of responsibility.
Yes.
But despite having this sense of responsibility, what this liming, what this alcohol cost you? What problems did it cause to you? What kind of behavior did you develop due to this friendship, liming, partying? What happened?
Well, what developed from that attitude was, you're always spending money in that you had to buy new clothes to go out. You're spending money on friends. You had to spend money on putting gas in the vehicle. So you was always spending money that which you could have probably used for some other things.
And behavior-wise, how did it affect you?
Behavior-wise, like in the parties, your mood would change. You'd be very hyper, enjoying yourself, but at a different level, sort of semi-intoxicated level, and that would have been the only way then, that we would have known how to enjoy ourselves, even though we didn't grow up into the alcohol. It kind of phased into us, seeing that we were in this new arena of partying and liming and so on. So it would have been used as somewhat like a tool to enhance your behavior in the party.
So you used to feel happy when you used to drink, kind of.
Kind of, yes.
And apart that, later on, as years passed by, how many years did you live this life of liming, partying, going out?
I would have probably over 20 years or so would have been
Were
doing
you
so.
happy in these 20 years?
Happiness for me would have been, I don't think I would have been that happy then as I am now, because of, again, for me, finances was my major issue back then. And because permanency with the job, and well, I didn't never had much money. But even though whatever I had, That's how I used to be spending it, going to parties and so on.
So you had financial problems.
Yeah.
How much those financial problems cost you? How many things you wanted to have and you couldn't have due to that financial problem?
Lots of things. My own car, mainly my own car, because growing up, you always wanted a car, because you're seeing people who were probably a year or two older than me driving about, and that was my main aim. Eventually I got one, which would have been my mom's car. And that only happened when I started to work permanently.
You were working, you wanted to have a car, but liming, partying, providing drinks to friends as you were going out together, that lifestyle did not allow you to have your dream come true.
Yes.
So it was like your life was all about party.
Yeah, basically.
There was no life out of it.
No, there wasn't.
It was party, party,
Yeah.
party, party.
And well, when I started to work, that was work and party. Yeah.
So perhaps you are watching us right now and this is exactly what you see happening with your son, with your daughter, perhaps your husband, maybe a relative of yours or you yourself. You live to party because you think that is the only way you can possibly enjoy life. There is no life out of it, as if life out of party does not exist. But though he thought he was happy, he himself said, I was not as happy as I am today. And he's going to share with us when we come back why did he say so? Why today he is so happy? What has taken place in his life that made him to find that which he considers more precious than that which he had before. When we come back, he's going to tell us what happened.
No matter what the situation, I believe, no matter what the circumstances, I believe, yes I believe. I stand on your word, I stand on your promise, I stand on your word, I stand on your promise. My soul says yes, my soul says yes. Even when my faith is weary, I believe, I believe. All I know that you will answer, I believe, I believe. I stand on your word, I stand on your promise, I stand on your word, I stand on your promise. My soul says yes, my soul says yes, to your will, to your way, I will trust and obey. To your will, to your way, I will trust and obey. I stand on your word, I stand on your promise, I stand on your word, I stand on your promise. My soul says yes, My soul says yes. I stand on your word. I stand on your promise. I stand on your word. I stand on your promise. My soul says yes. My soul says yes.
We are back to our interview room with Mr. Sheldon. If you have not watched the first part, he was saying that his life is all about liming and partying. He wanted to fit in, surrounded by friends, at times providing alcohol to his friends. He did not know another life rather than the life of partying. But his story doesn't end there. Welcome back, Mr. Sheldon. You were sharing with me that the life of partying and friendships whatsoever has cost you quite a lot. But today, what triggered the change? What happened?
Well, when my wife came to the church, she came on a Friday.
Your wife was the first one.
Yeah,
to
she was
come,
the first one to come to the church.
and you followed her.
Yeah, but not on that same day she came. We came back on the Sunday, and that's when I came with her.
When you came on Sunday with her, what was your first impression?
Well, skeptical. You know, I said I'll just be a part of the service and listen to the message. The background that I came from, you know, when you go to those churches, you would know the services would be about the same, you know. So coming to the Universal Church, you know, I sat, and again, the impression of another church is that of, you know, they're trying to get your money.
So you had that mentality
Correct.
whilst going to church that, you know, the pastors want to rip out your pocket.
Correct.
So you had certain reservations whenever going to church.
Well, yeah, I did, but, you know, as I said, the churches that where I grew up in, the religion that I grew up in, you know, you would just go to church on a Sunday, and it's because of your custom. It's something you grew up in. You grew up in that religion, so you got accustomed to that. So coming to the Universal Church, it was something new, and I don't think I have ever watched any of the programs. My wife would have watched a few of the programs, and she would have told me about it. So because of her, I came on that day, you know, just to accompany her and to see what is happening, you know. And again, I was skeptical, you know, and after that day, we came back. I think we came back, it was the Monday, and we continued coming.
And as you were receiving the teachings, as you were hearing the word, what happened?
Well, while receiving the word, the message, one of the things that always baffled me was tithe. You know, I would ask about it from friends who in different denominations, and they would always give me a different story. They'll say it's in the Bible, but nobody never explained it as you all did in the Universal Church.
But after you learned to put God first, to honor God, you began to see what you couldn't see before.
Before, yes.
You began to do more with less.
Less.
So, what was it that you couldn't do that you began to do after?
Well, one of the first things that I saw the changes in the car that I had. You know, I used to be spending a lot of money on the car, changing parts, fixing this, fixing that. And after becoming a tither, you know, I started spending less money on repairing the car or fixing things on the car. And money was staying in my hands. I had money to do things in and around the house, you know. I've seen changes in myself as well, you know, as towards my wife and my family members also, as well as on my workplace.
Today, you have 3 businesses, 2 vehicles. How is your marriage?
My marriage is blessed. The understanding between my wife and I is much better than before. You know, we get along great. We have our challenges, but that's marriage. But the main thing is that we understand each other and we sacrifice for each other.
And the party?
Partying no more. Since beginning the Universal Church in 2015 until today, I have not been to a party. The Holy Spirit manifested in me so that I would see, you know, that is not what He wanted for me.
So the Word of God has convinced you that the life you were living was not the life you were supposed to.
Yes, Pastor.
Are you happy today?
Very happy, Pastor.
Are you complete today?
Complete.
Life has changed.
Life has changed for me
So
quite a
what
lot.
do you have to say to those who are watching us right now and they think there is no life out of party, they think there is no life out of friendship out there is no life out of lying, they think that there is no other life they can possibly live than the life they are living? What do you have to say to them?
Well, what I have to say to the people who are looking at me right now, there's only one life to live, and you need to live that life with God. You know, people would tell you that, yes, you have one life to live, party, drink, lime, do whatever, but at the end of the day, your life is not right with God. So He's the only one who could give you the right life. He's the only one that can make the transformation in your life. Only God can do that for you. No man can do that, no one else but God.
So you have heard from Mr. Sheldon. No one can make you complete, no one can make you fulfilled, no one can give you satisfaction, no one can offer you what God can give and offer you. So time to make a decision. That was the story of Mr. Sheldon, and maybe it can be also your story. The sad part and the good part, because there was a transformation in his life, and the same transformation God is willing to work in your life. Until our next interview room, may God bless you all.
If I carefully hear my God and all His commandments I obey, He will truly set me high above the nation of the earth. Where I go, I will not run after my blessing. I know that they will come after me. Where the sole of my feet tread upon, I know all His blessings will find me. I will be blessed on earth. I will be blessed when I prophesy. I know that my voice will be the voice of God. I will be blessed in the field. I will be blessed wherever I go. Whatever I do, my God will always bless. Every time I obey His voice, I will be blessed on earth. I will be blessed when I prophesy. I know that my voice will be the voice of God. I will be blessed in the field. I will be blessed wherever I go, whatever I do. My God will always bless every time I obey His voice. I will not run after my blessing. I know that they will come after me. Where the fall of my feet tread upon, I know all His blessings will find me. I will be blessed on earth. I will be blessed when I prophesy. I know that my voice will be the voice of God. I will be blessed in the field. I will be blessed wherever I go, whatever I do. My God will always bless every time I obey His voice. I will be blessed on earth. I will be blessed when I prophesy. I know that my voice will be the voice of God. I will be blessed in the field. I will be blessed wherever I go, whatever I do. My God will always bless every time I obey His voice. Every time I obey His voice. Every time I obey His voice.